actually vividly remember the very first episode of Cow and Chicken when it first appeared on the What a Cartoon show. And the first episode was about the dangers of smoking, which felt so scandalous to me at the time. Because, mind you, I was 6 at the time that this aired. No, wait, earlier than that. I think I was 5? I was young, but I remember watching the pilot, and it might not have even been that I watched it when it first aired, but I remember watching it in the One Cartoon show, and I remember thinking, whoa, they're smoking! Their kids can't smoke, because it was made very apparent that Cow and Chicken were kids, and the idea of them going to hell because of that temptation. Specifically, Chicken, because Chicken was the bad boy of the duo, and Cow was the moral centaur, and Chicken was dragged to hell by the devil, the literal devil, and I was raised in a Christian household. So the idea of do something bad, devil comes for you was very much ingrained in my childhood at that time. So, needless to say, this episode really held a weird context to my childhood as well. Especially because apparently Cow was like 7 or something, and Chicken was like 11, which I looked up, and I'm just like, really? They were that young? Friggin' far out. And Cow had this weird alter ego of Super Cow Arasketi, and just talked in Spanish for some reason. It was the weirdest thing. But it was that weirdness that I actually really loved. It was a very simple premise. Now, when it came to the series as a whole, I enjoyed the series well enough, but it just never quite really caught my attention in that way. Oh, believe me, I definitely watched what must have been every episode of Cow and Chicken. I was constantly watching television when I was younger. But it never really had that same impact as the first episode. I guess because when it came to the red guy, who used to be the name of the devil, but TV standards and practices isn't constantly going to have 2 young children dealing with the actual devil. But they would always be caught up in the scams and machinations of the red guy. You could still see him as the devil, but he was constantly just dressing up in these different personas, or he was the embodiment of the different personas, and they were all related to the red guy. But he was always doing these weird, wild, and wacky things that were just outright weird. And it was always kind of hard to tell whether or not I enjoyed a lot of episodes or not, just because the episodes always went by so fast. But I watched it because it was there, it was weird, and I was always interested to see where each episode would go, because every episode started off with a simple enough premise, and then it just devolved into madness, much like regular show, but not to a world-ending degree. And the series could be really kind of gross, with a lot of the ways that Chicken would be beaten to a bloody pulp, or Cow and how she would mention her quote-unquote teats, ugh, and how their favorite snack was pork butts, which were literally the ass of a pig, so they're literally eating ass. It's just like, what was this show? Talking about it feels like such a fever dream, but it was still oddly fun for the most part. The wild adventures of Cow and Chicken, one morally righteous, the other morally corrupt, and just seeing where they went from episode to episode. But I asked you, did you watch Cow and Chicken? What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Were you restricted from watching it because it contained the actual devil? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.